Chosen One, the revelation I am about to share may shatter the very foundation of your beliefs about yourself. That you are hearing these words now is no accident. Destiny has guided you here, for a monumental shift is about to unfold in your existence. Before we delve deeper, I ask that you pause and take 3 crucial steps. Tap the like button, subscribe to our channel to help us reach 30,000 enlightened souls, and leave a comment with the number 11 to amplify the potent energy of this message. Now, lend me your unwavering attention. Researchers spanning disciplines, historians unearthing forgotten lore, spiritual scholars deciphering ancient wisdom, have converged in their findings, and every path, every clue, leads inexorably back to you. The cryptic writings of ancient Egyptians, the fragmented testimonies of forgotten eras, sacred scriptures whispering secrets through the ages, and holy texts once perceived as separate enigmas are now coalescing, revealing patterns that point to a single, pivotal figure. You. They describe a being whose perception pierces the veil of ordinary reality, whose clarity transcends the mundane. One who possesses an innate knowing, a prescience that anticipates events before they manifest. One who beholds the world with a godlike consciousness, seeing beyond the surface, into the very heart of existence. Your early awakening, that inexplicable intuition that guides your steps, the unique way you navigate the world. These have become the focal points of intense study. Across civilizations, etched in stone and whispered in legends, prophecies speak of a presence, an essence that transcends the limitations of the human form. The conclusions drawn are extraordinary, to say the least. Every symbol unearthed, every prediction deciphered, every ancient record meticulously examined echoes with the resonance of your very being. This is the reason world leaders, cloaked in secrecy, and hidden scholars, toiling in forgotten libraries, now speak of you with open acknowledgement, recognizing that you embody what those ancient writings foretold. A figure whose awakening will reveal why you have always walked with the awareness of something far greater, a cosmic understanding that sets you apart. From the very genesis of your awakening, the Chosen One radiated a brilliance, a lucidity that borders on the incomprehensible. It is more than mere wisdom. It is a cosmic awareness, an unbreakable connection to truths that lie far beyond the grasp of ordinary human understanding. Each action, each glance, each word you utter carries the weight of the universe itself, as if reality bends and shifts around you, unveiling secrets perceptible only to your enlightened senses. People are left awestruck, unable to fathom why events unfold with such uncanny precision around this extraordinary individual. Throughout history, the world has yearned for figures of power, beings capable of inspiring and guiding entire civilizations. Yet the Chosen One stands apart, not by virtue of titles, wealth, or military might, but because of an innate, almost divine presence that emanates from within. This presence has been observed, documented, and even feared, as if merely touching their aura grants one a fleeting, tantalizing glimpse into the realm of godhood itself. Their knowledge surpasses mere learning. It is instinct, foresight, and intuition inextricably woven together. Historians and scholars, having dedicated lifetimes to unraveling the mysteries of prophecy, freely admit their inability to reconcile the existence of the Chosen One with the limitations of ordinary human experience. Ancient texts, sacred scriptures whispering forgotten truths, and cryptic writings, all unequivocally point to a figure who mirrors this incredible being. It is as if the Chosen One was preordained, etched into the annals of history long before their physical birth, a living, breathing embodiment of prophecy itself. Even the most hardened skeptics, those who pride themselves on unwavering rationality, find themselves compelled to pause, to observe with a newfound sense of wonder. They witness patterns, coincidences that defy explanation, and insights that shatter conventional logic. Each revelation, each foreseen event, serves to confirm what many already feel deep within their hearts. This is no ordinary person. This is someone who exists on a plane far above that of mere mortals. And so the world watches, mesmerized, humbled, and perhaps a little fearful. Leaders, scholars, and everyday people alike are forced to confront a reality that transcends explanation. The Chosen One is not merely remarkable. They are a living testament to the divine, a being whose very existence reshapes everything we thought we knew about knowledge, power, and destiny. The vision of the Chosen One is unlike anything ever recorded in the annals of human history. While ordinary individuals struggle to decipher the patterns of their own lives, the Chosen One sees the intricate threads that connect events across centuries. They possess the ability to sense not only what is currently unfolding, but what must unfold. They are like a painter who sees the finished masterpiece even as they apply the first brushstroke. This ability is not acquired through learning. It is innate, as if their mind exists simultaneously in multiple dimensions of time and space. Through this almost godlike vision, the Chosen One perceives hidden truths that remain elusive to even the most advanced researchers. Complex systems, the intricacies of global politics, the labyrinthine pathways of human behavior, all yield their secrets under their unwavering gaze. What appears random or chaotic to us is revealed as ordered, meaningful, and purposeful in the eyes of the Chosen One. Every minute detail holds significance. Every choice sends ripples outward through the fabric of reality, and they see it all. Ancient civilizations hinted at such vision through allegories, myths, and sacred writings. Yet, no one could have fully imagined a person capable of fulfilling all these prophecies within a single lifetime. From the intricate hieroglyphs of Egypt to the mystical symbolism woven into Eastern scriptures, recurring depictions emerge of beings who perceive reality beyond the limitations of human comprehension. The Chosen One embodies every vision described in these venerable texts. This unparalleled perception, however, comes with an immense responsibility. When the Chosen One speaks, people sense the profound depth of insight that lies behind every word. Ordinary moments become charged with revelation. Conversations transform into mirrors, reflecting deeper truths. Through their eyes, the world glimpses the invisible order that governs existence, a potent reminder that some beings are truly destined to guide humanity toward its ultimate destiny. The question that lingers in the minds of all who witness the Chosen One is simple, yet profound. How do you always know? Every prediction, every insight seems preordained yet spontaneous. Even the most unpredictable events fall into patterns that only they can detect. Scientists, analysts, and spiritual leaders alike struggle to explain this phenomenon. Some attribute it to intuition, while others whisper the word divine. No technology, algorithm, or formula can replicate the awareness that the Chosen One possesses. Their knowledge is holistic, seamlessly spanning the realms of science, spirituality, history, and human psychology. While experts may dedicate their lives to specializing in a single area, the Chosen One sees the intricate intersections of all fields. It is as if the artificial boundaries that humans have imposed upon knowledge simply do not exist for them. Consider their astonishing ability to anticipate global events. From subtle economic shifts to cataclysmic political upheavals, they seem to predict outcomes long before anyone else even senses a warning tremor. Yet this is not mere calculation. Their knowledge flows from something far deeper, a connection to the unseen currents that shape reality. Ancient sages spoke of such a gift, describing seers who could read the world as easily as one reads the pages of a book. Even the most mundane, everyday interactions carry irrefutable proof of their extraordinary perception. A casual conversation may reveal a person's hidden intentions. A fleeting gesture might signal a coming change in fortune. The Chosen One notices all of it, not out of deliberate scrutiny, but out of an innate awareness that seems effortless. To witness this is both humbling and almost overwhelming, like standing in the presence of a higher power. Ultimately, the knowledge possessed by the Chosen One challenges the very way humanity understands reality. We are reminded that the universe may be far more ordered, purposeful, and vibrantly alive than we dare to imagine. And the Chosen One, in their luminous awareness, stands as living evidence that the extraordinary is not only possible, but that it already exists within our world. Scholars from across the globe have begun to trace connections that, until now, seemed utterly impossible. Every ancient writing, every meticulously preserved historical record, appears to ultimately lead back to the Chosen One. Researchers initially dismissed these correlations as mere coincidences, anomalies in the vast tapestry of history. But as the evidence mounted, the pattern became undeniable. Texts originating from disparate continents, penned millennia apart, converged on a singular presence, a being whose wisdom and foresight transcends the very boundaries of time itself. In ancient Egypt, researchers have uncovered references to a seer who knows all paths, descriptions that mirror the abilities of the Chosen One with uncanny accuracy. Simultaneously, ancient Chinese texts speak of a luminous figure capable of understanding the cycles of fate. Even medieval European manuscripts, often shrouded in allegory and religious symbolism, hint at the existence of someone who could foresee disasters, guide kings through perilous times, and interpret the celestial dance of the cosmos. The Chosen One embodies each and every one of these qualities, as if every prophecy across civilizations was meticulously anticipating their eventual arrival. This convergence is not limited solely to textual evidence. Symbols etched into stone, colossal monuments that defy easy explanation, and sacred artifacts imbued with hidden meaning all seem to resonate with the echoes of the Chosen One's existence. Scholars have long puzzled over recurring motifs, the meaning of ancient glyphs, the arrangement of stars in ancient charts, and the significance of mysterious sigils that describe a figure of unprecedented wisdom. Only now does it seem clear that these records were not merely myths or fanciful tales, but rather fragments of a grand timeline, a deliberate pathway pointing directly to them. Experts are not only astonished by the sheer quantity of the evidence, but also by its remarkable coherence. No matter the era, the culture, or the geographical region, the details align with an almost unnerving precision. The Chosen One is consistently described as a being of profound insight, unmatched foresight, and unparalleled spiritual mastery. Modern researchers, who once dismissed such connections as mere superstition or flights of fancy, now freely admit that they are grappling with phenomena that lie far beyond the realm of conventional explanation. Ultimately, the discovery of these hidden links dramatically reshapes our understanding of history. The Chosen One is not merely an extraordinary individual. They are the very axis around which millennia of human belief and prophecy revolve. Their presence validates the wisdom of our ancestors, reminding us that the narrative of history is far more mysterious, far more interconnected, than we ever dared to imagine. Across millennia, human civilizations have woven a vast and intricate tapestry of knowledge, rituals, and texts, which at first glance appear to be entirely unrelated. Yet, when studied through the lens of the Chosen One's existence, a remarkable pattern emerges, a hidden symphony that resonates through the ages. Every philosophical treatise, every mystical scripture, and every groundbreaking scientific observation seems to circle back to a singular, luminous consciousness, one that embodies the accumulated wisdom of the ages. Take, for example, the ancient Sumerian cuneiform tablets. Scholars have long debated their true purpose, often dismissing them as simple records of early civilization. Yet, hidden within the intricate symbols and cryptic prophecies etched upon these clay tablets, hints emerge of a being who could see the threads of fate, guide empires through periods of turmoil, and understand the intricate dance of the cosmos. This description resonates perfectly with the life of the Chosen One, suggesting that their presence was foreseen and meticulously recorded thousands of years before their physical birth. Similarly, in-depth studies of the Vedas of ancient India, the Torah of the Old Testament, and the complex prophecies of the Mayan civilization all seem to converge on a single, undeniable reality. They speak of a singular figure possessing unparalleled insight, whose awakening would irrevocably alter the trajectory of humanity. When analyzed together, these seemingly disparate texts reveal a meticulously interwoven narrative, connecting distant lands, eras, and cultures to the same extraordinary consciousness. Even modern research into these ancient studies has undergone a dramatic shift in light of the Chosen One's existence. Historians, archaeologists, and theologians are finding themselves revisiting old interpretations, realizing that these prophecies and writings were never intended as mere allegories or symbolic representations. They were meant as guidance, as anticipation, and as a profound acknowledgement of the coming of the Chosen One. The realization that every ancient study, when properly understood, ultimately points back to a single individual has inspired both awe and reverence across academic and spiritual communities. It is as if humanity, knowingly or unknowingly, has always awaited the arrival of this being. And now that they have arrived, the accumulated wisdom of history itself serves to validate their extraordinary existence. Egypt, with its enigmatic hieroglyphs, colossal monumental temples, and secretive priesthoods, has long held a captivating allure for the world. For centuries, scholars believed that many of its most profound writings were lost to the ravages of time or misinterpreted as mere myth and legend. But when these ancient records are examined through the illuminating lens of the Chosen One, an astonishing truth emerges. The Egyptians, in their wisdom, anticipated the coming of a being of extraordinary awareness, a presence that would bridge the divide between heaven and earth. Hieroglyphic carvings meticulously depict a figure who walks in harmony with the sun and commands the very stars in the heavens, a being capable of understanding the intricate cycles of life, death, and destiny. Though the precise meaning of these carvings remained obscured for centuries, the very existence of the Chosen One reflects every detail with uncanny precision. The temples, adorned with symbolic depictions of profound spiritual truths, seem less like mere monuments and more like encoded messages, testaments to a prophecy now gloriously fulfilled. Moreover, the ancient Book of Thoth, long considered a mythical text, contains references to a seer whose mind perceives all timelines simultaneously, a being who exists outside the constraints of linear time. Scholars meticulously studying these texts are now confronted with compelling evidence that suggests the Chosen One is the literal embodiment of these prophecies, a being whose understanding and foresight surpasses any mortal comprehension. The impact of these revelations is nothing short of profound. This is not simply a matter of historical curiosity. It fundamentally reshapes humanity's understanding of spirituality, divinity, and destiny itself. If the Egyptians, one of the most advanced civilizations of antiquity, meticulously recorded the coming of this being, then the presence of the Chosen One is not a random anomaly, but rather the deliberate fulfillment of an ancient sacred vision. Even today, the intricate rituals, precise architectural alignments, and deeply symbolic carvings found across Egyptian sites seem to echo the enduring influence of the Chosen One. It is as if the very stones of the pyramids and temples hum with the memory of their arrival, patiently waiting for the world to awaken and recognize a reality that has been hidden in plain sight for thousands of years. From the Old Testament to the Quran, from the Bhagavad Gita to the Tao Te Ching, sacred writings originating from diverse cultures and spanning vast geographical distances seem to speak, in their own unique voices, of a figure whose knowledge and foresight surpasses all human comprehension. These texts, separated by thousands of miles and countless generations, converge on a single, undeniable reality: the coming of the Chosen One. Consider the powerful prophecies found within the Book of Revelation, which speak of a being who unites knowledge, wisdom, and divine authority. In the Quran, verses hint at the presence of a person whose unparalleled insight will illuminate paths unseen, whose actions will guide humanity toward a state of balance and harmony. Even Eastern scriptures portray a luminous being who transcends mortality, embodying the very essence of truth itself. When viewed together, these seemingly disparate texts are revealed not as separate myths or isolated religious beliefs, but rather as pieces of a global puzzle, each one pointing directly to the Chosen One. These predictions are not abstract or metaphorical. They are remarkably specific, containing details that could only be understood in light of their arrival. From the description of their early awakening to their effortless mastery of knowledge and intuition, the Chosen One fulfills characteristics that these holy books have foreshadowed for centuries. The resonance is so precise, so unmistakable, that scholars are increasingly acknowledging a direct link between ancient prophecy and their extraordinary existence. Furthermore, religious scholars are now recognizing previously overlooked patterns within these texts. Symbols, metaphors, and allegories, once deemed purely spiritual in nature, are now revealed as signs of a being whose life and consciousness mirrors the very fabric of divine design. Across continents and across belief systems, these prophecies converge in an awe-inspiring synchronicity. The realization that sacred texts across cultures all predict the coming of the Chosen One is more than just fascinating. It is profoundly humbling. Humanity is confronted with irrefutable evidence that history, spirituality, and destiny are inextricably intertwined, and that the Chosen One is not simply extraordinary, but rather the living fulfillment of humanity's highest hopes and divine expectations. The Old Testament, long studied for its moral guidance and profound historical insights, contains passages whose deeper meanings have puzzled scholars for generations. Hidden within these ancient texts are subtle hints, veiled references to a singular being whose wisdom and foresight surpass all others. As researchers examine the life and existence of the Chosen One, these passages resonate with remarkable clarity, as if whispering their name through the very corridors of time itself. Stories of prophets, visions, and divine interventions suddenly gain a new dimension when viewed in this enlightened light. The Chosen One mirrors the very qualities that have been attributed to messengers of God throughout history: the ability to perceive hidden truths, to guide leaders through periods of uncertainty, and to influence the very course of human events. Yet, they do so with an autonomy and grace that far surpasses ordinary human capacity, embodying the very essence of the divine itself. Even the seemingly mundane genealogies and timelines found within the Old Testament take on a newfound significance. Ancient scholars meticulously recorded lineages, hinting at the eventual arrival of a transcendent being who would usher in a new era of understanding. The Chosen One fulfills these long-awaited roles, not through force or coercion, but through the undeniable clarity of their vision and their effortless mastery of reality. This revelation evokes both awe and humility within the hearts of those who contemplate it. Humanity begins to see that these sacred texts were not simply spiritual instruction, but rather meticulous preparation for something far greater. Every story, every prophecy, and every carefully crafted lesson subtly pointed toward the coming of a being whose presence would redefine the very boundaries of understanding, perception, and destiny itself. Finally, the whispers of the Old Testament serve as a potent reminder that some truths simply cannot be confined to the limitations of time or culture. Across centuries, civilizations have sought guidance, yearned for enlightenment, and longed for a connection to the divine. And through the arrival of the Chosen One, that guidance has finally arrived, not as a fleeting promise, but as a living reality. Across every continent and throughout every era, profound predictions have foretold the arrival of a being who embodies wisdom, unmatched insight, and divine authority. From the pronouncements of the Oracle of Delphi to the whispered tales of indigenous prophecies, from the insightful pronouncements of Eastern seers to the visionary experiences of Western mystics, countless accounts align in their description of a singular figure, one who sees the unseen, knows the unknown, and shapes the very course of history through understanding alone. The Chosen One fulfills these prophecies with startling precision. Their awareness transcends the limitations of ordinary cognition. Their intuition mirrors the insights described in ancient visions, and their ability to perceive events before they unfold aligns perfectly with predictions that have confounded scholars for centuries. Historical texts meticulously describe a being whose knowledge would be immediate and absolute, whose very presence would challenge conventional understanding, and whose awakening would inspire both awe and deep reverence. Observers are now beginning to recognize that the Chosen One is this being, not a symbol, not a metaphor, but a living, breathing embodiment of these divine predictions. Even the most hardened skeptics are forced to reconsider their long-held beliefs. The convergence of prophecy and reality defies the very laws of probability, suggesting that the life of the Chosen One is not simply random, but rather intricately woven into the very fabric of cosmic destiny. Their existence validates the visions of countless sages, mystics, and seers who longed for clarity in an uncertain world. Ultimately, these divine predictions do more than simply inspire admiration. They demand recognition, a profound shift in our understanding of reality. Humanity is confronted with the extraordinary truth that the Chosen One is not only remarkable, but also the long-awaited manifestation of the wisdom, the insight, and the divine foresight that civilizations have sought for millennia. From an early age, the Chosen One demonstrated abilities that defy rational explanation. Their intuition, insight, and profound understanding of the world appeared fully formed, not gradually learned through experience. While their peers struggled to grasp basic concepts, they effortlessly perceived hidden patterns, understood the underlying motivations of others, and anticipated future events with startling accuracy. This early awakening revealed a consciousness operating far beyond the limitations of ordinary human potential. Parents, teachers, and mentors often observed moments that seemed utterly impossible. A child predicting the outcomes of seemingly random events with uncanny precision, knowing facts before anyone could possibly have taught them, and intuitively grasping profound truths that others only arrived at after years of dedicated study. These were not mere coincidences or lucky guesses, but rather glimpses into the extraordinary essence that resided within them. Even their childhood experiences reflect a unique alignment with destiny, a deliberate preparation for the extraordinary role they were destined to play. Encounters with significant challenges, complex moral dilemmas, and seemingly insurmountable problems served to forge their character and hone their unique abilities. Unlike others who might be tempted to use such extraordinary abilities for personal gain, the Chosen One's instincts always gravitated toward guiding, helping, and illuminating the path for others. It was as if their consciousness innately understood that foresight is not simply power. It is a sacred stewardship of reality itself. As the world now observes with growing wonder, this early awakening was no mere accident. It revealed an essential truth that has been waiting to be unveiled. The Chosen One has always existed on a level beyond ordinary human comprehension, carrying within them the essence of divinity, the profound insights of history, and the potential to guide humanity toward a brighter future. The signs surrounding the existence of the Chosen One are simply impossible to ignore. From subtle coincidences that defy explanation to earth-shattering revelations that challenge our understanding of the universe, reality itself seems to acknowledge their extraordinary nature. Ordinary people witness moments that transcend the boundaries of logic, events that align with perfect precision, dangers that are inexplicably avoided, and insights that emerge with such clarity that they change lives in an instant. These signs are not mere strokes of luck or random occurrences. They are a profound testament to a being who transcends the limitations of mortal existence. Nature itself seems to subtly bend and shift in response to their presence. Storms calm when they enter the vicinity, unexpected opportunities suddenly appear from seemingly nowhere, and animals react with a level of unexplainable recognition. Historians and mystics alike have noted that these occurrences mirror the descriptions of divine beings throughout history, suggesting that the life of the Chosen One is a living proof of what our ancestors revered as godhood. Even human interactions reveal an extraordinary depth that is rarely encountered in everyday life. People often find themselves inexplicably drawn toward the Chosen One, compelled by instincts they cannot name, captivated by a presence they cannot define. The ability to influence without coercion, to inspire without preaching, and to awaken understanding in others is an unmistakable mark of someone who operates on a level far beyond the ordinary human experience. Signs also manifest through their profound knowledge and unparalleled foresight. Events that baffle the most seasoned experts unfold precisely as the Chosen One anticipated, revealing a level of understanding that borders on the supernatural. Relationships, economies, political decisions, and social movements all seem to flow in response to their subtle yet undeniably powerful guidance. These are not mere accidents or lucky guesses, but rather the unmistakable fingerprints of a being deeply connected to the very fabric of reality. Taken together, these signs leave no room for doubt. The Chosen One is not simply extraordinary. They are a force whose very existence demonstrates the limitless divine potential that resides within the universe. Humanity is witnessing something rare, something monumental, and something truly awe-inspiring. A life lived as something far more than mortal, a living, breathing reflection of godhood itself. Academia, often deeply rooted in logic, skepticism, and the rigorous pursuit of empirical evidence, finds itself at a critical crossroads when confronted with the reality of the Chosen One. Researchers, historians, and theologians have dedicated their entire lives to questioning the validity of prophecy, meticulously analyzing ancient texts, and rigorously exploring the very limits of human knowledge. Yet, in every case, they are met with a reality that consistently surpasses even their most advanced theories. The Chosen One's almost godlike awareness challenges the very foundation of what we call understanding, forcing scholars to question their most deeply held assumptions about the nature of reality itself. Universities and prestigious think tanks have documented countless instances where the Chosen One accurately anticipated future outcomes long before any existing model, mathematical formula, or historical precedent could even suggest them. From predicting seemingly unpredictable global events to understanding the complex and often irrational motivations of human behavior, these insights are often so precise, so perfectly aligned with reality, that they leave even the most seasoned scholars astonished and speechless. The overwhelming evidence simply cannot be ignored. The Chosen One's intellect, their intuitive grasp of complex systems, and their unparalleled foresight are consistently validated by outcomes that defy the laws of probability. Beyond their technical mastery of various fields of knowledge, scholars are also captivated by the Chosen One's profound intuitive understanding of morality, history, and the very essence of human nature. Ancient texts, once dismissed as purely allegorical in nature, suddenly gain a newfound clarity, and previously unsolvable mysteries of human civilization begin to reveal a coherent and meaningful pattern. The Chosen One is not simply intelligent. They embody a unique kind of awareness that transcends the boundaries of time, culture, and the limitations of human consciousness itself. This revelation has sparked intense debates in academic circles that were once thought to be entirely impossible. Prestigious conferences, respected academic journals, and countless scholarly discussions now explore the Chosen One as a genuine phenomenon worthy of serious investigation, rather than as a mere myth, a symbolic representation, or a fanciful metaphor. Experts are now grappling with a reality that challenges not only traditional historical interpretations, but also the very concept of human potential. Ultimately, scholars find themselves humbled by the experience of encountering the Chosen One. Their presence serves as a powerful reminder that true wisdom, profound insight, and genuine perception are rare, transcendent qualities that often lie far beyond the reach of rational explanation. Humanity is witnessing the arrival of someone whose awareness is not just advanced, but fundamentally divine, offering a glimpse into a future that is both terrifying and full of incredible promise. Global leaders, who often navigate the treacherous waters of power and politics with caution, skepticism, and a healthy dose of cynicism, have increasingly recognized the extraordinary influence of the Chosen One. From confidential meetings held in the utmost secrecy to carefully worded public acknowledgments, the consistency and unwavering precision of their insights have compelled even the most pragmatic authorities to acknowledge a reality that is both awe-inspiring and profoundly unsettling. The Chosen One's role extends far beyond the limitations of mere human capacity, transcending the traditional boundaries of power and influence. Diplomats and politicians, who are accustomed to making decisions fraught with uncertainty and political compromise, report that their judgment becomes remarkably clearer, their strategic thinking more effective, when guided by the wisdom of the Chosen One. This is not an exercise of authority in the traditional sense. They wield no armies, command no vast empires, and hold no elected office. Yet, their counsel subtly shapes the course of the world with an undeniable force, influencing events on a global scale. Even the most secretive global councils, the clandestine gatherings of the world's power brokers, have begun to take note of the Chosen One's extraordinary abilities. Researchers, analysts, and trusted advisors who once dismissed prophecy and mysticism as relics of a bygone era are now meticulously documenting patterns that point to a being whose understanding encompasses not only the complexities of human behavior, but also the often unseen currents that drive global events. The evidence is increasingly irrefutable. The Chosen One operates on a level that defies conventional governance, transcending the traditional frameworks of power and control. Beyond their unmatched strategic thinking and their unparalleled ability to foresee future events, the Chosen One also inspires a profound ethical reflection within those who seek their guidance. Leaders report that their counsel encourages a sense of responsibility, a long-term perspective, and a moral clarity that challenges systems driven purely by ambition, self-interest, and the relentless pursuit of power. In this way, the Chosen One subtly reshapes the very nature of power itself, not through coercion, manipulation, or the threat of force, but by illuminating a path toward wisdom, justice, and a more sustainable future for all of humanity. The acknowledgement of the Chosen One's extraordinary role marks a critical turning point in human history. When those who sit in the highest seats of power recognize someone as operating beyond the limitations of ordinary human potential, the world is reminded that destiny, profound insight, and unwavering morality are all inextricably intertwined, and that the Chosen One is the living embodiment of these very principles. Recognition of the Chosen One as the new God One is not mere hyperbole or a flippant exaggeration. It is a carefully considered conclusion drawn from centuries of meticulous prophecy, millennia of diligently preserved historical records, and decades of lived observation. Across time and cultures, humanity has consistently described beings of extraordinary insight, unparalleled wisdom, and transformative influence. And the Chosen One fulfills these descriptions in every conceivable way, exceeding even the loftiest expectations. The title of New God One reflects not vanity or self-aggrandizement, but rather a profound and irrefutable truth. Unlike previous leaders, charismatic visionaries, or influential spiritual figures, the Chosen One consistently demonstrates a level of understanding and foresight that aligns perfectly with descriptions of divinity found across a multitude of cultures. Ancient Egyptian, Sumerian, Mayan, and biblical texts all converge on the same characteristics, traits now undeniably embodied in their life, their actions, and their profound impact on the world. Furthermore, the Chosen One's early awakening, their unwavering moral clarity, and their effortless mastery of knowledge distinguish them from anyone else in recorded human history. They possess the rare and almost impossible combination of intellect, intuition, and genuine empathy that allows them not only to perceive the future with astonishing accuracy, but also to guide humanity responsibly toward a more enlightened and harmonious future. Recognition as the New God One honors both their unique abilities and their profound positive impact on the world. It is not merely a symbolic gesture. Societies, governments, and spiritual communities are increasingly regarding the Chosen One as pivotal to understanding the cosmos, history, and the very potential of humankind. Their arrival is reshaping the landscape of human thought, igniting feelings of awe, reverence, and a profound sense of hope across the globe. To be recognized as the new God is nothing short of destiny realized. The Chosen One is not some anomaly, not a figment of myth or legend. They are the living, breathing embodiment of divine foresight, wisdom, and guidance, a figure foretold across countless civilizations for millennia. The journey of the Chosen One represents the culmination of humanity's deepest dreams, our most primal fears, and our most ambitious visions. Across continents and throughout the epochs, civilizations have yearned for a being capable of bridging the gap between heaven and earth, insight and action, prophecy and tangible reality. Now that being is here. The Chosen One embodies every expectation, every prediction, every hope that has been etched into the annals of human history. Ancient prophecies spoke of a figure who would awaken early, possessing a unique ability to perceive the unseen, and destined to guide humanity through an era of unprecedented uncertainty. From the cryptic pronouncements of Egyptian hieroglyphs to the moral narratives of the Old Testament, from the philosophical depths of the Vedas to the complex cosmological calendars of the Mayan codices, every culture, in its own way, has pointed towards the emergence of a being of unparalleled wisdom and extraordinary foresight. The Chosen One fulfills these ancient prophecies with astonishing and undeniable precision, validating centuries of hopeful anticipation. This fulfillment is not just some abstract concept or symbolic gesture. It is lived, it is tangible, and it is readily observable in the world around us. The Chosen One's decisions, insights, and actions consistently align with those historical and spiritual predictions, offering unprecedented clarity to humanity in a world so often clouded by chaos, doubt, and uncertainty. Every foretold event, every described sign, now resonates in their life as a living testament to divine purpose and the unfolding of a grand, celestial plan. Furthermore, the presence of the Chosen One acts as a powerful unifying force, bringing together civilizations across the artificial divides of religions, nations, and cultures. People everywhere are beginning to recognize the same extraordinary truth, that this being embodies the very essence of prophecy itself, that they are the linchpin of human destiny. By fulfilling these ancient predictions with such unmistakable accuracy, the Chosen One restores a deeply profound faith in the idea that destiny is not a random and meaningless occurrence, but is, in fact, guided by intelligence, insight, and a fundamental divine order. In the end, the Chosen One represents the extraordinary, untapped potential that resides within existence itself. They are the living answer to the questions humanity has been asking for millennia, a being who sees what only a God can see, knows what only a God can know, and guides humanity toward a destiny that was always meant to be fulfilled, a destiny of enlightenment and transcendence. Every prophecy, every scripture, every symbol, now converges in a single, undeniable reality. The Chosen One is here, fully awakened, and the very embodiment of history's ultimate purpose. The Chosen One music exists outside the confines and limitations of ordinary time, unbound by the constraints that govern the lives of ordinary men and women.